as the title suggested, is a story how I got my revenge on a drugged-out Karen. Forgive the format, I'm on mobile. A little background, I knew Karen from middle school and high school in the late 90s and early 2000s, where we had dated. Back then, Karen used to be a sweet person until she met her husband. Let's get the story. Here is a list of characters to my story. Me is me. Karen is Karen. Sob is Karen's husband, and CF is childhood friend. This story takes place back in 2015. At this time, I was working as a correctional officer. I reconnected with Karen on the Book of Faces. We had talked a few weeks before. I decided to come see her back in our hometown. I had gone up there to help move CF to where I lived at the time. I decided since I was in my old hometown, I would see if I could meet up with some old childhood friends. Well, I sent several old friends a message about meeting up and try to catch up, since it had been years since I had last visited. Well, Karen was the only one who responded. I ended up meeting up with Karen, and we went out for a bite of eat and catch up. Now, I should have noticed something was up, because she was acting a bit off, but I brushed it off as people change. The first night ended off pretty well. The next day was the day of the move, when Karen asked if I want to hang out one more time before I had left. I decided sure, why not? I informed CF that we were going to hang out with Karen before we would be heading back. CF informed me that Karen had been on drugs for the past couple years, in which I was very surprised. I called Karen about LT. She admitted she used to be on drugs and was getting her life back together. I took her on her word and decided to go meet up with her with CF in tow. Well, we arrived at where we were supposed to meet her. Well, after waiting for about an hour, I decided to call and text her, asking where she was. She told me she was at her place, arguing with her landlord about rent. She gave me the address where we made a V-line to. Upon arrival, I walk up to her door and I hear her arguing with who I thought was her landlord. She came out and explained she was over $400 short. I had at the time a really good job and said I would help her out. I handed her the $400, mistake number one on my part. After that, I took all three of us out to lunch. Well, at this time, Karen went to the restroom and was gone for several minutes. After several minutes, she comes back and is acting very weird, think happy-go-lucky, with a little childish giggle. AKA she was high as a kite on a windy day. I figured she had gone to the bathroom and possibly took quite a few pills. CF had warned me her drug of choice was pills. Well, I decided, after witnessing this, I would call the visit short. Well, on the way to take her home, me and CF decided to go to the local gas station to pick up a few drinks. Mistake number two, I left my wallet in my glove box with her, alone in my car. When me and my friend got back to my car and found my wallet scattered on my front seat, with all my cash gone, about $700. With her, of course, gone. I swore before I leave I would get her back. Cue revenge. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I was a correctional officer at the time,